I asked who is the most average player in the NBA, and Cody says the most average player in the NBA is Dennis Schroeder because he's on the average team. He doesn't do anything great, but doesn't do anything bad. That would be facts, but now the Atlanta Hawks went from an average team to a team that may be fighting for the bottom of the Eastern Conference. So today we have a 115 question chain reaction quiz. I think this is the longest one we've done on my channel so far. If you don't know how it works, question number 1 relates to 2, and 2 to 3, 3 to 4. You'll understand exactly what I mean once we get into it. As you can see at the bottom here, I haven't taken this just yet. First try, of course, as always. Let's get into it. Oh my God, yes, that is 115 answers right there. Okay, it's intimidating because I'm looking at this and there are names here that I don't know. So let's see if I can get 100% first try. Click the NBA to start. Easy. One question down. Which is a blank sports league? Basketball? American sports league. But only has blank American players. So there's like 450 NBA players in the league. So I'm guessing there's about 328 American players. That's just random fact, but I guess it's true. Divided by 4, the number of games in the season, 82. But blank players have worn the number 82. I'm guessing it's 0. I don't know any player that wore the number 82, and I can't imagine it. It's not an appealing number. So 0. All right. Which is the number of All-Star PG who averaged a triple-double? Of course, Russell Westbrook, who plays for the Oklahoma City Thunder, who relocated from Seattle and used to be called the Supersonics, whose first draft pick as an NBA team. I don't know. How am I supposed to know who the first person they drafted in their history? All right. I don't know. So I'm gonna have to look at this. If any name that I don't recognize is an option. Al Tucker is an option. I know this name. That's a Greece international player, so it's not him. He got drafted, but not by the Supersonics. Any other names here I don't recognize? Everything looks good. Mike Rzimba is in here. Okay. Wally Rank. So it's between Wally Rank and Al Tucker. I'm gonna go with the first pick, and that's Al Tucker. Great. Who was drafted 1 spot ahead of Hall of Famer. So the Supersonics came into existence, I think, in the late 60s. So we got to look for a player that was drafted in the late 60s. Okay. Or is it late 60s or early 70s? It's like one of those. There's no chance of this. There's 100 questions. Oh, there's 100 answers here. The guy that's standing out to me right now is Walt Frazier. 1967, is that the right? 1967 or 68, something like that. Or is it 70? Okay. Who won blank championships with the Knicks? 2 in the 70s. Same number as blank. The Houston Rockets also have 2 rings. Who relocated from San Diego? Same as the blank. The Clippers are also from San Diego. Whose first draft pick as a team? Okay, same situation. A guy that I don't know. I guess is Wally Rank. Great. Who was selected with what pick? I don't know. Okay, take a shot in the dark. Wally Rank was drafted 5th. That's wrong. Okay, we got a 13% our first try, which is higher than average, which is 7. All right, I'm going to speed this up. I'll tell to you guys once we get back to the one we got wrong. Turns out that Wally Rank was drafted 99th overall. That's something I Googled because I had a 0% chance of getting that right. So he was drafted 99th, all right? So I'm going to tuck that up as an L, but we want to finish this quiz, so 99th is the answer. Same number that blank wore. Okay, so we got Darko Milicic, we got Jay Crowder, we got George Mikan. We just got to see which one is on this list. George Mikan, great. Who won blank championships with the Lakers? 5, which is the same number as the... oh, it's a team. So the Spurs have 5 championships. Who were founded in 67. The year that blank won the championship, that is the Philadelphia 76ers. Okay, so there was one question that somebody told me, or the comments of this quiz says that he got something wrong here. So thanks to the comments, we're going to go ahead. This is the wrong answer, but if we want to continue on the quiz, we got to click the number 3. When in reality, I think they have 11 jerseys retired, or 11 numbers, or 10 numbers. But 3 is what we're hitting here to keep it going, all right? The same number as Clippers PG. Oh, he's not a Clippers PG no more, but they're talking about Chris Paul, who used to play for the New Orleans Hornets, who rebranded to the New Orleans Pelicans in 2013 after drafting 2013. Oh, that's Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, who attended Kentucky. Same school that blank 2017 All-Stars went to. Okay, so Anthony Davis was an All-Star, DeMarcus Cousins, and John Wall. So 3 Kentucky players, Wildcats, were in the All-Star game this year, which is the number of players that formed the Big Three in 2010. Miami Big Three, Miami Heat. Miami, there we go. Where Hall of Fame center blank played from 2004 to 2008. That is Shaquille O'Neal, who has played for, Lakers, Magic, Cavs, Heat, Celtics, Suns, 6. He played for 6 teams and won 4 championships. The same number that blank wears. Okay, who on here wears the number 4? Isaiah Thomas. Boom. Who's plays for the Boston Celtics because he was traded in 2015 from the Phoenix Suns. There we go. Whose lowest paid player? I don't know. Okay, let's just look on the list. Anybody that I know played for the Suns last season, that's the answer. Okay. So just skim through. Elijah Millsap played for them, but let's keep going. I don't want to click him and have to start all the way over because I'm wrong. But he's the only one on this list that played for them. So bang. Who's brother with Paul Millsap, who becomes a free agent this season along with Snake. I guess they considering Kevin Durant a snake, which I don't like because I don't think he snaked anything. But Kevin Durant, who plays for the Warriors, who blew a, of course, 3-1 lead 2 years later. We still talking about it, I guess. The same number without the dash that blank wore. Okay, who on this list wore the number 31? Oh, Reggie Miller, a bona fide bucket getter who played for, I don't know. I know it wasn't 20. I'm guessing 18 then. Great. For the Indiana Pacers, whose current best player is, well, not anymore. Their current best player, I guess, is Miles Turner or Victor Oladipo, whoever you want to consider. But this was created before the trade, so Paul George. Who said he wants to play for the Lakers, who have won 16 championships, second most ahead of the Chicago Bulls, whose best player is, it's not even, they're saying Jimmy Butler, they're thinking Jimmy Butler, but again, this is before that trade. We're going to miss you, Jimmy. Think about it, though. Think about this. This quiz was made a couple weeks ago. 3 of these questions had to do, one of these questions had to do with Chris Paul playing for the Clippers, one of these questions had to do with Paul George playing for the Pacers, and one had to do with Jimmy Butler playing with the Bulls. All 3 All-Stars have been traded. It's crazy. This offseason was incredible. Who attended Marquette University, same as Dwayne Wade, who's drafted in 2003, 2 spots ahead of, so Wade was drafted 2 spots after. So Wade was drafted 5th, Melo was drafted 3rd by the Denver Nuggets. Same, which is the same place power forward blank plays. So a power forward that plays for the Nuggets, Kenneth Faried, who is the only NBA player from college, Morehead State, and plays with shooting guard, either Will Barton or Jamal Murray, who went to Kentucky, but he's a Canadian. Same as PG. Again, we got to skim through all these answers to find that one PG that's from Canada, which is Steve Nash, all the way at the bottom there, who won the MVP first in 2005 and also in 2006. The same year blank won Rookie of the Year. 2006. Was that Chris Paul? Chris Paul won Rookie of the Year in 2006, but he's blacked out. Or Brandon Roy. Was Chris Paul 2005 and Brandon Roy was 2006? Maybe. Okay, yeah, there we go. Who retired with the Minnesota Timberwolves. They tried to get him one last run. It didn't really work out, obviously. He only played a couple games. Who have blank pick in this year's draft. Well, they had the 7th pick, but they traded it for Jimmy Butler, and we got Larry Marketer. This pick that the Bulls used to select, that's crazy. 2003 is the Kirk Hinrich draft. It's the LeBron draft, but as a Bulls player, that's the Kirk Hinrich draft. Which was also the year that LeBron was drafted, who was 4 times MVP, 4-time champion. What do you mean? And is behind blank Michael Jordan for being the GOAT, who attended North Carolina for 3 years. He had a 3-year college career, then was drafted in '84 and was selected to the second team All-NBA his rookie season. The same team blank was drafted to, or not drafted to, the same team blank was selected to in 2000. So who on this list in 2000 was a second team All-NBA player? Not in the league then. Only guy on this list that makes sense. It's either between Kobe Bryant or Gary Payton, but I don't think Gary Payton in 2000. It makes sense that Kobe's drafted in 96, so let's go with Kobe. Who spent blank seasons with the Lakers? 20. Same number as Gary Payton. Okay, so that's a Gary Payton one. Who was drafted in 1990. So in 2000, I don't think he was that good. I don't know. With the second overall pick. Same as blank in 1969. 1969 is the year that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar got drafted. So who was drafted after him? I don't know. But let's take a look at our options here. So Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was drafted. Oh, I guess Lou was drafted first, and then who was drafted second? Neil Walk. He's the only guy on this list that makes sense because I don't know his name, and no other player on this list was drafted in 1969. So shoot your shot, boys. 2017. One spot after, there we go, who changed his name to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in 1971 because that's the year he won his first MVP and his first championship. Right after the Milwaukee Bucks won the championship. Who current best player is Giannis Antetokounmpo, who's from Greece. Same as this guy, who I don't know if I think he played in the league for a little bit, but I know he's a Greece player. He's like a Greece All-Star, international All-Star, whatever you want to call it. Boom. Who was drafted with what pick? I don't know. I know he wasn't the first pick. I know he wasn't the second pick, third pick, sixth pick. That doesn't make sense. So 47th, because usually when people select these international players, they draft them late. So let's go with it. By the that's a good question. It's not the Baltimore Bullets. It's not the Atlanta Hawks. Not the Cavs. Was it Memphis? Memphis. Yes, let's go. Who are originally from Cameron died. Who are originally from Vancouver. But relocated in 2001, the same year that blank was drafted. Who on this list was drafted in 2001? Richard Jefferson. Played for the New Jersey Nets until, well, obviously not until he wasn't even born then, 1968. And then this is the only one that makes sense. And has played for, how many teams since then? He's played for a lot of teams. He's kind of a journeyman until he got to the Cavs, and now he's helping them win a championship. So 6, which is the number blank wore. Who wore the number 6? Patrick Ewing wore the number 6 the last year of his career in Orlando. When he played for Orlando. Boom! Trivia god right here. Who drafted blank in 2004, Dwight Howard, who won 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards, who currently play for the Charlotte Hornets in real life, but this again was before trades and everything. Who's originally from? Good question. Are they from Buffalo Hawks? Buffalo Hawks. That makes sense. Yeah. But I have been in Atlanta since '68. The year Hall of Fame center was drafted. Okay, let's just look at our options. West. Booyah by the Baltimore Bullets, who are now the Washington Wizards. We're almost there. 15 questions left with 2 minutes to go. We got this. Whose best player is John Wall, who was drafted with pick 1. The number that Suns shooting guard Devin Booker wears, who was drafted in 2015. 1 pick before, I guess, yeah, Cameron Payne, who went to Murray State. Isaiah Cannon also went there, who played alongside... He played alongside Bob Moute and Philly, but he also played alongside Joel Embiid. We're 107 questions in, and you're trying to tell me both answers are right, but I only get to choose one? If I get this wrong, I'm not clicking 107 questions to get back to where I'm at. I'm just going to chalk it up as a W because both answers are right. We got 1 minute. I'm going to take a shot and say Joel Embiid. Oh, God, okay. 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 Who used to play for... What? The question said who used to play for, right? Or did it say with? I don't know. I don't know. If it said for, there was only one team left on the board, and that was the Cavs. The other options were Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving, and the number 2. Obviously, he wasn't playing for Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving, or the number 2. Oh, man. Anyway, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. I'm not going all the way. I'm going all the way back. I can't help myself. I can't help myself. I need to know how did I just get that wrong? 110 questions in. I'll be right back. So it turns out I misread it. It wasn't who did he play for, it was who did he play with. And Ba Mute did spend some time in Minnesota. So he played alongside Kevin Love, who now plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers, who were the 2nd seed, which is the number of the best PG in the what? Yo, dude who created this, you're not credible anymore. You're not a credible source. What? Just like how the best YouTuber is Kareem, my guy, but I don't see my name on this list. First of all, how are you gonna make a quiz for me, but then say that Kareem's the best? Shout out to Kareem. But all right, we did it. We did it. Took 3 tries, but we got it. So that took a lot longer than I wanted it to, but hopefully y'all enjoyed it. For tomorrow's shout out, first you got to leave a like, and secondly, let me know who your favorite player is, but that's not like a all-star or superstar. So we're talking about your favorite role players, all right? Thank y'all so much for watching. I got to go relax because that just took a lot out of me.